All right, everybody, it's 1:30. We're going to officially get started. You can always pop into these late. It doesn't matter. We just think that a little bit of movement and breath is better than no movement or breath. So that's our goal with these 20-minute classes. If you're new to these classes or to Unfold, I want to send a heartfelt thank you and welcome. We're happy you're here. We want to keep these free. We sent out a donation link if you're able to, but we know that times are stressful and hard. So we're trying to add as many free resources we can for you and for your employees. So feel free to send the links out to anyone who might benefit from it. So I'm Nicole. I co-founded Unfold Yoga and Wellness in 2014 with my partner, Katie. She will be teaching on Thursday. And our goal is to bring mindfulness, yoga, and meditation to companies around the world. We're based in Chicago, but through digital classes, we're able to reach people anywhere, which is so wonderful. Okay, so we're going to get started with good posture. So sit in your chair. If you're able to raise and lower your chair, you can do that to make sure that you're comfortable. Feet flat on the floor, spread your toes a little bit. You can rock a little side to side in your chair to make sure that you feel steady. You want to try to feel even in both sit bones. The sit bones kind of push into the bottom of the chair, the thighs as well. And then find your center there. Shrug your shoulders up to your ears as high as you can and give a little squeeze. Maybe you want to rock your head a little side to side. And this to me feels like a little self-massage. Hopefully it feels good. Take a big inhale here and release it all. Just let it go. Do it again. Inhale, squeeze out. Exhale, release. Just do that one more time. Squeeze up. Take an inhale and exhale. Release. Roll your shoulders down and back. Do that again if you want. And we'll just sit for a moment. Hands can rest on your thighs, palms face down if you like. That's a very grounding feeling. Feel the warmth of your hands. You can also do palm face up, a little lighter, a little airier, a little cooler. So it's totally up to you. Close your eyes. And closing your eyes is always optional. If you'd rather keep them open, just look down so you're not darting your eyes around your room or at your computer screen. We're learning to decrease the distractions so that we can turn inward, focus inside. The first step is just to observe. So observe how you're sitting, how you feel in your seat. If you need to adjust, you can, but try to find stillness. Your head is over your shoulders over hips, knees or ankles, feet are pushing into the floor. Try to relax your feet, whether you're wearing shoes or not, doesn't matter. Spread your toes a little bit, feel the feet root down. And at the same time, your head feels lifted, open, airy. Observe your breath. How are you breathing today? Without changing anything, just observe. Does the breath feel short or full? Does it feel good? Are you breathing through your nose or your mouth? Again, there's no right answers. There's no judgment, just observe. And then how are you feeling in your mind? What's your mood? What thoughts are running around up there? So we've observed all these things. Now let's start to kind of chip away at any stress or anxiety through the breath. So start to lengthen your breath a little bit more each time. I'll suggest breathing in and out through the nose, but if you're congested, you can breathe through the mouth. Slow, steady inhales. Long, smooth exhales. Try to observe how you feel physically and mentally during each part of the breath. The beginning of the inhale, the middle of the inhale, the end of the inhale. How do you feel when you're full of oxygen? How do you feel as you start to exhale? A little relief, it feels good. How do you feel the middle of the exhale and the tail end of the exhale? So keep this curiosity going as we breathe and throughout class. Slow, deep inhales, long, steady exhales. Just do about 2 more. And we'll do one breath all together where we breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Follow along with me. Start with an exhale. Take a big inhale through your nose. Open your mouth wide. Let's do it again. Inhale. And exhale. When you're ready, you can open your eyes and just move a little bit. I want you to scooch forward on your chair a little bit so you're no longer sitting back into the back of your chair. So feet are flat on the floor. Feet are about hips distance apart, not too wide, not too narrow. Okay, spread your toes, feel grounded. Bring your hands behind your head. Arch your back and look up. Hold for a couple of breaths just to ease into this. This is a great pose to combat all the typing and hunching forward that we do. So just a simple back extension, back bend, cow pose. Hold it here, another breath. Feel the chest opening, feel the back muscles working. Then we'll switch it up and round the back, tuck the chin. As curled in as you can get without causing discomfort. There's no pain in yoga. We want this to feel good. You should feel sensation, but no pain. So tuck the chin in, take another breath here. So now your back muscles are stretching between the shoulder blades, but your abs are working a little bit to curl you in. We're gonna go back and forth 2 more times. Use your breath as you inhale, arch your back and look up. As you exhale, round your back and tuck your chin. So keep going. And when you're done with this last round, sit upright and reach your arms into the air. So one hand at a time, try to touch the ceiling. We're stretching out laterally for our sides. Just easing into it. It's like a morning stretch. Stretch your arms over your head before you get out of bed. So this combats all that typing and hunching forward as well. We rarely reach our arms over our head in the middle of the day, unless you're like working at a bookstore, reaching up for books. So clasp your hands into a fist, turn the fists out, inside out, and push the palms up. Shoulders stay down. Pause here. You want to keep the length in the arms and lean to your right. We're going to hold. With each breath, see if you can get a little deeper each time, okay? It's like a ratchet. So as you inhale, lengthen out through your side. As you exhale, curve a little bit more. You can stay gazing forward towards your screen, or you can start to look up. And notice how if you look up, it can help you move that left shoulder back. So that starts to open up through the chest and the ribs a little bit more. Maybe you notice your arms bending. That's fine if that feels good, but see if you can straighten out the arms just a little bit more. Last breath here. And sit upright and regroup. Shoulders down. We're gonna do the other side. So straighten out the arms if you can. Take an inhale, sit tall. To exhale, lean to your left, stretch to the right side. Again, start small and get a little deeper each time. It's okay if your pose doesn't look like mine. We all have different bodies. That's normal and great. You can look up if you want to, or you can continue to look straight ahead. You're trying to push that right shoulder back, as if you're trying to shine your heart up to the ceiling. Maybe straighten your arms, take another breath. And sit upright. And unclasp your hands. Oh, find some relief. So roll out your wrists as you lower your hands, and you can shake out your hands. So lateral stretching to the port. If that was a little too intense, you don't have to do it. You can grab a wrist. You could just do an arm like this. Okay, so hopefully you're going to take some of these tips with you throughout the days ahead and do these practices on your own. We're going to twist now. So sit tall, inhale. Slowly twist to your right. Your right hand can grab the armrest if you have one, or maybe just the back of your chair, or even the bottom of your chair. The left hand can grab your thigh. Twist to the right, look to your right. Take an inhale and twist a little more. It's that ratcheting action. You don't have to get to the deepest pose right away. You can go breath by breath. So every time you inhale, sit a little taller. Every time you exhale, twist a little deeper. 2 more breaths. So you're using your arms to help you twist, use your chair, use your leg, and then you're also using your core muscles. You hug them in as you twist, and maybe you can get a little deeper. Last breath. And slowly face forward. And we'll switch sides. Peek at your knees. Notice if one knee went forward. That's normal. It's okay. Just try to reset here. Sit tall, twist to the left. The left hand can grab your chair somewhere. The right hand can grab your thigh. Gaze to the left, sit tall, and maybe this is where you stay. Maybe this is enough sensation, but if you want to get deeper, Twist a little more, maybe look over your back shoulder. We're trying to keep the spine upright as we breathe and twist. We're not trying to kind of force ourselves in with a round back, okay? 2 more breaths. And face forward. Good. Let's do a little wrist stretch. Clasp your hands into a fist and just roll your wrists out. And already I hear crackling in my fingers. That's okay. So you're rolling one direction. I like to go forward. So one wrist goes forward and then the other goes forward. And then we'll stop and do the opposite. So roll your wrist back. Does this look like a magic trick or something? I don't know. You just want to kind of get the crackles out. You can stretch your arms forward and release. Check them out. We're going to stand up now. So in all of our desk and chair classes, we like to do some seated postures, some standing, and it's kind of rejuvenating to stand up. I don't know if you guys have been working all morning from home. So you can push your chair into your desk if you have that set up, or if you just have a chair, make sure you can grab the back of the chair. So stand just kind of beside your chair, behind your chair, arms down. So just like we started with good seated posture, now we have to have good standing posture. I'm going to face you. So feet flat on the floor, about hips distance apart, arms by your sides, shoulders back and down, but not so rigid that you feel like a soldier. Just relaxed. Head is over shoulders, chin is level with the ground. Close your eyes for a moment. As you breathe in, stand a little taller, feel full and open through the chest. As you breathe out, try to ground down through your feet and maybe even engage your leg muscles. You can feel your quads activate, feel your calves activate. I'm going to take those big breaths all together, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Start with an exhale. Take a big inhale through your nose. Open wide. It's like a sigh of relief. It calms the nervous system. It should feel good in your body. Hands to your chair, walk your feet back. It's called desk dog. It's our version of downward facing dog. Knees can be a little bent or straight. I'm going to angle this now. We'll work on that as we go. So if you want to start with knees bent, that's okay. Arms are straight too. And you want to feel like you're pushing your hips back away from your chair. It's like you're tractioning out the low back. If your head and chest can sink towards the ground, that's good. You want to feel some sensation in the arms and the sides. You also want to start to feel sensation in your hamstrings. So if you're not already, you can straighten the legs. Try not to overlock the legs. So knees softly bent. And just hold for a couple minutes. Moments, not minutes. Relax your chest, relax your face. Try to straighten your legs, keep your arms straight, and just imagine the chest and the head sinking down towards the floor. The hips are pulling back towards, perhaps there's a wall behind you, like you're trying to sit on that wall. You feel a lot of length in the low back. Take one more breath. And slowly stand upright and step your right foot forward. And do a warrior 2. The back heel is angled on the ground. The front toes are facing forward. Bend that front knee and then loosen it up. Just do that again. Bend that front knee, loosen it up. So you can decide how deep you want the knee to be bent or how not deep you want the knee to be bent. If you want to get a little more engagement, strength, activity, you bend it more. If you want to be a little more relaxed today, bend it less. Right hand is on the chair. Left hand comes parallel to the floor and gaze forward. Hold it here a couple moments and just observe how you feel. Your chest is open, your hips are open. You're taking up space in your room. Maybe you can release the chair and lift the arm up. So this is a full warrior 2 pose. See if you can bend the right knee a little bit more. We'll just hold another breath. We'll come into side angle pose. So the right hand comes down to the chair. Maybe the forearm can come down to the chair. Lift the left arm up into the air. You can gaze forward at your screen, or you can look up towards your left hand. Maybe you can bend the right knee a little bit more. Push your feet into the floor. Open up your chest. Breathe. One more breath. And slowly come back to warrior two and straighten your front leg. There should be some relief there, okay? Hand to the chair, right hand to the chair, back arm parallel to the ground. We're gonna come into triangle pose, so the legs are making a triangle shape. We're gonna emphasize that. The hips move back a little bit. The right forearm can be on the chair, the left arm straight up. You can hold it here, maybe look up, or maybe you bring your right hand to your shin. That's an option. So you feel open and strong and stable. You can always modify by bending the knee a little bit, by holding onto the chair. Take another breath. Slowly stand upright and you'll step forward. Big step. Walk your feet back to downward facing desk dog. Knees can be bent or straight. Just take a breath here to even out your sides. And lift your head up and step your left foot forward. So the back heel comes to the ground. Back arm is parallel to the ground. You can bend the knee and straighten it a couple times, just kind of easing into your knee. And again, we want no pain in yoga. So if you have any knee stuff going on, just don't bend it as much, okay? And eventually you just stop and hold, okay? Gaze forward, feel strong, steady, open. Work on your breath. Doesn't matter so much what your pose looks like. It matters how you're breathing, what's your mindset, can you regulate your mood? You slowly come into side angle pose when you're ready. Forearm to the chair or the desk, top arm in the air. If you can bend the knee a little more if you can, if not, loosen it up a little bit. So we're opening up the hip, which gets tight when we sit all day. We're opening it up. We're finding strength and stability in the legs. We're finding openness in the chest and arms. Slowly come upright and straighten your front leg, low relief. Triangle pose, both legs stay straight, hinge forward a little bit. The left hand or arm can be on the chair, top arm in the air. You can look up if you want to. It's always an option to bend the knee a little bit. If you want to go deeper, hand to the shin or to the floor. Just notice how you feel in this shape. Sometimes in yoga, we make strange shapes with our bodies. Like I said, it doesn't matter what your shape looks like if you're being safe. It matters how you feel and how you breathe in it. One more breath. Come back upright, step forward. And our last time here in our desk dog, maybe you want to bend and straighten the knees a couple times or alternate bending knees. Maybe you want to just hold and push your hips back to traction out your low spine and stretch your hamstrings. Take one more breath. Slowly stand upright and walk forward. We'll take a seat again. So get comfortable in your seat, just like we started class. Sit about halfway so you're not leaning back into the back of your chair. Good. Pick up your right ankle and place it on the left thigh. No shoes. You can push down on your thigh, not on your knee, but on your thigh. And again, we're opening up the hips. So we hold tension, physical tension in our hips when we sit all day and when we're kind of sedentary. So this is a good way to open it. We also hold some like emotional tension in our hips. So notice how you're feeling. Breathe slowly. You can stay just like this, pushing down, sitting upright, or you can lean forward. Maybe you rest your arms on your shin. Maybe you stack your hands on your desk and put your head down. Or maybe you just drape your body over your legs. So any way on this path down is totally fine. The left foot is strong into the floor and the knee is over the ankle. So you have a solid base and you're working with your right thigh to push it down. So when the thigh bone opens, this hip joint opens as well. You should get a little low back stretch too, glute stretch. Try for 2 more full breaths here. And then sit upright. And really stretch your leg out in front of you. You could bend and straighten the knee a few times. You could roll your ankle and foot down. We'll do the other side. Pick up your left ankle, place it on your right thigh, flex your foot and push down on your thigh if you want to. So your knee might be up here. That's fine. You can still kind of work this leg down. You can still hinge forward a little bit. I've been doing this for 20 years, so there's that. Push down on your thigh, maybe lean forward, perhaps stacking your hands on your desk and putting your head down on them, or maybe just draping your body over your leg. So as the spine tilts forward, it'll create a better stretch or a deeper stretch in your low back and in your left glute. A couple deep breaths. So we're using the breath that we started class with the whole time. Slow, steady inhales, long, deep exhales. Observe, how does your body react to this pose? How does your mind react? Can you mentally relax a portion of your body that feels the stretch right now? Can you visualize the left hip opening? Take one more full breath. And slowly come upright. Stretch your left leg out in front of you, bend and straighten the knee, roll the ankle, and then sit comfortably in your chair just like we started. Hands can be face down or up. Find that good posture. Close your eyes or just gaze down and observe your body. How do you feel in your body? What parts feel good? What parts don't feel good? Can you still feel the effects of some of those stretches on your body parts? We observe without judgment. And then we chip away slowly at any stress or tension or negativity with each breath that we take. Come back to your slow, deep breath. Lengthen your inhales, lengthening your exhales until they feel full and comfortable. You feel alive. Understanding that our time together with yoga and meditation is not to perfect any yoga pose or to get a six-pack in your abs. It's to feel more comfortable, calm, and content with our physical body and our mental body as well. If you'd like, you turn up the corners of your mouth slightly, just adding a slight smile to your face, and observe how that might affect your mood, your thoughts. As you sit and breathe, just try to visualize yourself being like washed over with kindness. This kindness that you're giving to yourself by practicing self-care, by giving yourself just a few minutes to deregulate, to calm down, to de-stress. And kindness towards yourself for any thoughts you might have. Maybe you have some negative thoughts. That's okay. Just like sprinkle them with a little bit of kindness. It's okay. We're human. We all have human brains. We're all going through the same thing at the same time. That's so rare in the world to all be affected by a world situation. So just observe how that makes you feel. It makes me feel connected to you and to every human. We all have similar fears, hopes, anxieties, stresses, joys. And that's something I'm grateful for. To have the human connection, the human experience. And that's what yoga is to me. It's connecting to this human body and this human mind, understanding that anything I'm experiencing is okay. And I just try to improve day by day, my mental attitude, my physical body. And if there's a day where I don't feel like I'm improving, that's okay. That's normal. So I'm sending some kindness to you today and some gratitude to you today for joining me, for taking this time, to participating and connecting. Thank you. We'll end class with that big breath that we started with. So in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just imagine you're letting go of anything that's stuck inside you. Start with an exhale. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Open wide. Let's do it again. Inhale. And exhale. Come out of your meditation slowly. Blink your eyes open. Feel free to move a little bit if you want to. You can stretch. You can move. So again, thank you for being here and for joining me. I'll stick around for questions, but I'm Nicole from Unfold, and we do these free classes twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. And we want to be able to help you, your employees. Hi, Jackie. How are you? As much as we can during this uncertain time. We've been doing online offerings for a while now, so we know how to do it, and we're happy to do it. Like we'll do separate groups for your company, your employees, which we love doing, and it's a good way to build community, to decrease loneliness within companies, just to be able to offer something outside of work that also helps you work. So you should feel a little bit refreshed now and ready to tackle a work project or a life project or whatever it is. So that's why we do what we do. Hi from Idaho, great, thanks. Oh, it's so nice to see your names here. A lot of people I recognize. Carol, how are you? So that's why I do what I do. I like to connect with people and hopefully improve some part of your life. That's awesome. So yeah, type in questions. I'm gonna sit here and answer some questions, but it's really good to see you guys. Our sequences are different each class, and Katie and I have different teaching styles. So hop in on Thursday, see if you like it, which you will. Hi, Jocelina. Yeah, we're really happy to do this because we are working from home as well. We have some time. Thanks.